Start, madam.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Zoom classes, our zoology class. At outset, I want to thank our Honorable Secretary, Sri Ramanakumar sir, to providing this wonderful opportunity to our students. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the important activity or phenomena. Without this activity, we can't lead our life. That is musculoskeletal system. Yes, the name itself is indicating that musculoskeletal system, two systems. Here, muscular system is one system and skeletal system is other system. But always when we are reading in zoology, we read separately about each system. But here we are reading together musculoskeletal system. Why so? Because without skeletal system, there is no function of musculo. Without musculo, there is no function of skeletal system. Both are interdependable. That's why we learn about musculoskeletal system. Together, we have to discuss. Yes, the first one is muscular system. The muscular system consisting of three types of muscles. Already you might have learned in your lower sections actually. Yes, here I am taking one indicator. Yes, smooth muscle or visceral muscle, cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle or striated muscle. These three kinds of muscles constitute the muscular system. Yes, smooth muscle. Smooth muscle, see, the smooth muscle present in visceral organs. The visceral organs are made up of smooth muscle. That's why we call it as visceral muscle. So all of you know that the visceral functions of organs, they are involuntary functions. Without our conscious, without our willingness, they do themselves. So that's why we call it as visceral muscle. So involuntary muscle. Second one is cardiac muscle. Heart. Cardiac, what is related to heart? We know it. Cardiac muscle present in the heart. So heart is made up of cardiac muscle. Here, see the image. Cardiac muscle has the stripes just like as a skeletal muscle, but it is structurally it is similar to the skeletal muscle, but functionally it is similar to the smooth muscle. That's why we have showed in separate muscle, cardiac muscle. Next, third one is skeletal muscle or striated muscle or voluntary muscle. Yes, this is today's our muscle. Today we have to discuss about this skeletal muscle. Yes, skeletal muscle located at skeleton. So it is attached to the skeleton. That's why we call it as skeletal muscle. They have the stripes on it, dark and light bands like that. Yes, next second system is skeletal system. Here the skeletal system consisting of bones, cartilage, ligaments and tendons. All of them together constitute the skeletal system. So bones, we know it about the bones. Cartilage. Cartilage is one kind of connective tissue. It works just like as a cushion or pad in between the bones. The bones, when they are with the cartilage, is prevents the friction of the bones, just like as pad or cushion. See here, this is the cartilage in between the bones. Next, ligaments. Ligaments, it connects the bones, two bones. See here, this is one bone, it is other bone. This is two bones are connected by ligaments. Tendons, yes, we need this now, tendons. See here, this is the tendon. Tendon connects the bone and muscle. This is also one kind of connective tissue. This is about the brief introduction of musculoskeletal system. Now, the important feature is movement. Yes, what is movement? Just you watch these images. What is he doing? Is he doing anything else or not? Yes, you can find he is doing something. That boy also doing something. Here he is writing or he is tapping on keypad. See, in the kitchen, all of them are doing something work. Some work, isn't it? But did you find any common phenomena among all these three images? Yes, you can. Yes. Here, there is no change in the place. No change in the place. No change in the location. Here also, no change in the place or location. Are they moving or not? Yes, they are moving. But there is no change in the place or location. Can you say they are not moving? No, they are moving. Such kind of change in the position or posture of the body is called movement. See, change in the position of body parts is called movement. Movement is a significant feature of living beings. All of us know it is the significant feature of the living beings. Even all plants are able to move without changing the location or position. Yes, in this chapter, actually, we are limited to human beings only, not all the animals or animal kingdom. Just we are talking about the human beings. Everything is concerned with human beings. Human beings can move limbs, jaws, eyelids, and eyeballs, etc. Yes, I think you might have found the difference between these movements. Move limbs, jaws, eyelids, eyeballs. Yes, limbs and jaws, voluntarily we can move them. But whereas eyelids and eyeballs, without our consciousness, without our willingness, involuntary they move. So we can conclude here, the movement includes voluntary and involuntary functions. Isn't it? Do you agree with that? Yes. Next, we are stressing here movement. There is another function is there. Yes, we have other function, that is locomotion. See here the pictures. Yes, it is, you can say that it is the running, walking, running, swimming, slithering, jumping, flying. All these shows common phenomena. Yes, what is that common phenomena? Movement is there, but it is a different movement when compared to the previous one. Here there is a change in the location from here to here. Yes, walking also, running also, all of them. Here, change in the position or location. Such kind of movement is called locomotion. Yes. Now, some of the movements result in a change of place or location. Such voluntary movements are called locomotion. Example, walking, running, etc. So, did you find the difference between movement and locomotion? Yes, there is a big difference. But in general sense, everyone use movement only because they don't have such a kind of critical analysis. That's why I stressed here the difference between movement and locomotion. All locomotions are movements, but all movements are not the locomotions. Yes, you can find that essence, isn't it? Okay, what is the objective of the locomotion? All of you know that it is the characteristic feature of the living beings. But what is the objective of the locomotion? Why do we locomote? Why do we change one place to other place? Yes, we means animals. Locomote from one place to other place for food or shelter or mate or escape from the enemies. That's why we need locomotion activity. Yes. Types of movement. Yes, our body consisting number of numerous cells and tissues. Some cells or tissues shows different types of movements. See here, cells of the human body exhibit three main types of movements. What are those? Namely, amoeboid, ciliary, and muscular. Amoeboid. Amoeboid movement. Movement by pseudopodia. Pseudopodia formed by the streaming of protoplasm in certain cells. See here, this is the amoeba. All of you know that amoeba doesn't have clear particular shape. It has abstract shape. And pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, you might have heard of it. Pseudopodia means false fig. So this is the pseudopodia. Here, amoeboid movement means what is this one? This is actually endoplasm. We can call it as endoplasm, the plasm. Or other name is that plasmazole and plasma gel. Plasma gel is a little bit viscous and thick, whereas plasmazole is a fluid-like substance. So this plasmazole move towards pseudopodia. This movement, so streaming of protoplasm within the cell, also we can find the movement, and it is not the permanent. Yes, if it is here, one food molecule is there. So amoeba immediately form pseudopodia towards that to capture it. After that, it withdrawn. Such kind of movement is called amoeboid movement. Okay, we can see such kind of movement in amoeba, but can we see in our cells of human body? Yes, we can see such a kind of movement in our cells of our body. Leukocytes, example. Leukocytes, WBC, white blood corpuscles. So what is the function of the leukocytes? You know it. They capture the harmful microorganisms or foreign materials. Next, macrophages. Macrophages also one kind of WBC, of course, but after maturation we call it as macrophages. Yes, macro means big. Phases means engulf or eaten. Macrophages means these macrophages engulf the pathogens which are giving which are causing our disease. So their role is vital role in immunity, because these macrophages activate the our immunity system by engulfing the pathogens. In which method? In amoeboid movement. Yes. Next, second one is ciliary movement. Cilia. So when we listen cilia word, generally we recall the paramecium. Yes, paramecium has number of cilia. Do we have in our human body? Yes, we have. Where? See, what is this one? It is the tracheal system, respiratory system. So ciliary movement occurs in most of our internal tubular organs, which are lined by ciliated epithelium. Yes, this is the respiratory system. When we are inhaling the air, here this is the tube-like structure, trachea. Yes, this tube-like structure lined by ciliated epithelium. So those cells actually like this, those are have cilia, such like structures, hair like structures. Movement of this cilia, we eliminate the dust particles in the inhaled air. That is the function of the ciliated epithelium. So it is called ciliary movement. And in other system also we have the ciliated epithelium, that is genital ducts and ventricles of the brain. See, this is the ovary. These are fallopian tubes. Just you recall this diagram already, you know it. This ovary release the ovum or eggs. The eggs collected by these fimbriae, and this ovum or egg move towards like this, move towards the uterus. But fallopian tubes, walls of the fallopian tubes lined by the ciliated epithelium. They have the cilia. Due to this movement of the cilia, this ovum move towards the uterus. This is the ciliary movement. In the same manner, ventricles of the brain also. Yes. Next, other movement, that is muscular movement. Here, see here. What is this one? This is the, you know it, biceps. Yes. This muscle, all of you know it is the muscle. Most of the boys concentrate on it, I think. Here, because of the muscular movement, we are able to stretch our hand, we are able to fold our hand due to the muscular movement. Yes, Movement of our limbs, jaws, tongue requires muscular movement. Why this muscular movement? Is there any special? Yes, the contractile property of muscle is effectively used for locomotion. Muscles have specialized character, that is contractile property. Contraction, contractile. What is the meaning of the contractile? Contractile means, yes, come close, forcibly come close. That is called contraction. So it has such a kind of ability. Muscles have such a kind of ability. We other muscles don't have such a kind of character. That's why it is most important property to our muscular movement. Next, yes, locomotion requires a perfect coordinated activity of muscular, skeletal and neural systems. As I told you that muscular and skeletal both are integrated systems and both of them function by the initiation of neural systems, because they are voluntary functions. They do the voluntary functions by initiation of neural system. So three of them coordinated and then do the function. This is about the muscular movement. Yes, I want to say one more thing here. In lower organisms, the movement, for example, if you take Hydra, the tentacles used for the locomotion and capturing the food. In the same manner, Paramecium also, cilia used for the movement or locomotion, and then help in food engulfing. They just send out into the cytopharynx. Yes, next, such a kind of muscular movement performed by muscle. This is the muscle. It is the muscular system. The muscle is a specialized tissue of mesodermal origin. Yes, all of you know that our all organs are derived from or originated from germinal layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, isn't it? So our muscle is originated from the mesoderm. At embryonic stage, yes, mesoderm, they have the myoblasts, and myoblasts transformed into the myocytes. Myocytes transforms into the myotubes. Myotubes transformed into myofiber. Yes, I want to say one more thing here. Always I am saying that myo. What is myo? The study of muscle is called myology. So when we are studying about the muscle, I am saying that myo. Muscles have special properties such as excitability, contractility, extensibility, elasticity and relaxation. Yes, first character is excitability. Excitability means, what is the excitability? Excitability means, for example, there is a motor neuron. Yes, there is a motor neuron. And then here, one muscle or one something, an organ. It send one stimulation. The stimulation pass on through the motor nerve to the muscle. Immediately it receives that stimulation and give the response. So action potential is generated, and this action potential is proliferated to entire the muscle. Such a kind of character is called excitability. Yes, do we have such a kind of cells in our body apart from muscle? Yes, we have the important cells. Those are nerve cells. Nerve cells and muscle cells have the excitability character. Next, contractility. What is contractility? Already I told you, contractility means contact, come closer. Next, extensibility. Yes, we are just stretching our hand. This is extensibility. Our muscle are able to extend. And elasticity. Yes, elasticity or muscle fiber or muscle or any other substance. If you apply the force on it, we can stretch it. The stretchability. Elasticity means the stretchability, not only stretchability, and after withdrawn the force, they come to normal position. Such a kind of character is called elasticity. And relaxation. Yes, they are able to relax. They get the normal position. Such kind of properties result the muscular movement. Now, so the muscle role is vital role in our muscular movement. So we move to further that structure of skeletal muscle. Yes. What is the structure of the skeletal muscle? How it is suitable to its function? We know that all cells or tissues are suitable to their functions. See here, each organized skeletal muscle in our body is made up of number of muscle bundles or fascicles. This is the bicep. Just I have taken out one piece from here. See here, this white portion is tendon here. Bone is there, elbow bone. So this tendon is connecting link between the muscle and the elbow bone. Just some part we have zoomed here. This is the muscle. One piece of or one portion of muscle. Here, number of bundles. These are called muscle bundles. This one muscle bundle, this one muscle bundle. Yes, this one muscle bundle, this one is one other muscle bundle. All are muscle bundles or fascicles. So if it is the muscle, in the belly of the muscle, number of muscle bundles are present. These muscle bundles or fascicles, all of them held together by this one sheath or one membrane. Yes, one sheath or one membrane. What is that membrane? That is dense fibrous irregular connective tissue. The name is called as epimysium. Here it is epimysium. Yes, fascicles held together by a common collagenous connective tissue layer called fascia, other name fascia, or we can call it as epimysium. This is the epimysium. Epi means outer portion. So epimysium. The tissue is dense fibrous irregular connective tissue. You might have learned about them in your first year class. Yes, such a kind of muscle bundles or number of muscle bundles together form the muscle. This one, see, this is the epimysium, this is the tendon, this is bone. Bone and muscle connected by tendon. These are the These are the muscle bundles or fascicles. These fascicles covered by one layer. What is that layer? And here, see this one. It is also dense fibrous irregular connective tissue. The name is perimysium. This is called as perimysium. So inside the muscle, we can see that blood vessels also. Yes. Now we have taken out this. What is this one? One muscle bundle. If you zoom it, how does it? How does it? See here. Yes. Again, I'm saying that it is the skeletal muscle. This sheath is epimysium. This sheath is epimysium. And then these are the muscle fascicles. If you zoom out, this is the muscle fascicle containing muscle fibers. This one, muscle fibers. Yes. Each muscle bundle fascicle contains a number of muscle fibers. These are the muscle fibers. These are the muscle fibers. Just wait. Yes. This muscle fiber also covered by one layer. That layer is endomysium. Here, these are the, see here, this is the zoomed out. What is this one? This is the endomysium. This endomysium is areolar connective tissue, whereas epimysium and perimysium, both of them dense irregular connective tissue. They are, you know that they are very tough. But this endomysium, areolar connective tissue, when compared to that, these are little bit smooth. Yes. Now this endomysium, beneath the endomysium, another layer is there. That membrane, plasma membrane. This, it is the muscle fiber. Yes, once again I am saying, this is the muscle fiber. See here, this is the entire the muscle, skeletal muscle. We have taken out the muscle fascicle. One muscle fascicle contains the muscle fiber. If you take out one muscle fiber, actually muscle cell is muscle fiber. This muscle cell covered by one layer, it is areolar connective tissue. That layer is called as endomysium. Beneath the endomysium, this is the endomysium. Beneath the endomysium, there is a plasma membrane. All of us know that each and every cell has the plasma membrane made up of proteins and lipids. Here also plasma membrane is there beneath the endomysium. But this plasma membrane is called as sarcolemma. Yes, inside the muscle fiber, inside means within the cell. Muscle fiber is cell. Within the cell, number of rod-like structures are present. Yes, have you seen? Yes, these are the rod-like structures. These rod-like structures arranged parallelly. Isn't it like this? Parallelly. These are called muscle fibrils. Muscle fibrils are muscle filaments. Yes. Now we are going to watch about muscle fiber. See, this is the muscle fiber. That means one muscle cell. Within the cell, generally cytoplasm present. Here also cytoplasm present within the cell. That cytoplasm is called as sarcoplasm. That is called as sarcoplasm. Within the cytoplasm or sarcoplasm, number of rod-like structures are arranged. They are called as myofibrils. See, these are the myofibrils. This sarcoplasm is covered by plasma membrane, that is sarcolemma. Above the sarcolemma, there is another layer, that is endomysium. Don't get confusion between endomysium and the sarcolemma. Yes, endomysium is there, sarcolemma is there, and inside sarcoplasm is there. Yes, sarcoplasm consisting the sarcoplasmic reticulum also. Whereas in our cell, generally we call it as yes, reticulum, endoplasmic reticulum. Here we call it as sarcoplasmic reticulum. I will take this one. Yes, this is the reticulum, sarcoplasmic reticulum. And muscle cell is syncytium. What is the meaning of the syncytium? Syncytium means multinucleated. So number of nucleuses are present here and here and that side also. Yes, number of nuclei are present. Such a kind of cell is called syncytium. But those nuclei are arranged periperal. Periperal means they arranged at boundaries, very close to the plasma membrane. That means very close to the sarcolemma, just below the sarcolemma. That's why we call it as periperal nuclei, and more number of nuclei are present. That's why syncytium. The endoplasmic reticulum is also called sarcoplasmic reticulum. This is the sarcoplasmic reticulum, and mitochondria also present in this cell. Yes, endoplasmic reticulum or sarcoplasmic reticulum is the very nice. It is the storage of calcium. The calcium is more important for our muscular functions. That's why your mother always might have told you, you have the more milk. So if you need proper muscular functions, you need calcium, and you drink more milk also. Now, this is I want to show you one thing. Are you able to see it? It is the muscle. So it is taken out from my biceps. It is the muscle, and here it is tendon, and here is the bone. So this muscle is covered by one membrane. That membrane is what is that? Epimysium. See, I am taking out. This is the epimysium. Inside the belly, this is the muscle. Inside the belly of the muscle, number of muscle bundles. These are the muscle bundles. Just I take out the endomysium. This is endomysium, and these are the muscle bundles. So I will take out one muscle bundle. This is one muscle bundle. Yes, in muscle bundle, I take out one muscle fiber. One muscle fiber. See, this is the muscle. This is the muscle bundle. This is the muscle fiber cell. So I have taken out this epimysium. Next, this is one muscle bundle. One muscle bundle covered by one, what is this one? Covered by one perimysium. This is the perimysium layer. These are the muscle fibers. Muscle fiber also covered by one layer, red in color. This is endomysium. Beneath the endomysium, there is one layer, that is plasma membrane or sarcolemma. Inside it, number of fibrils, rod-like structures, fibrils or filaments, myofilaments or fibrils are present. Yes, this is, I think you might have understood clearly. This is about the muscle cell. Next, we are going to detailed description of the muscle fiber. Yes, sarcoplasmic, already I told you, sarcoplasmic reticulum of the muscle fiber is the storehouse of calcium ions. Yes, this is the sarcoplasmic reticulum. It stores the calcium ions, and large number of parallel filaments are present in the sarcoplasm. They are called as myofibrils or myofilaments. See here, these are the myofilaments or myofibrils. Next, the structure of myofibril. It is the minute unit of muscle fiber. Each myofibril has alternate dark and light bands in it. See here, this is the myofibril. It is long and cylindrical shape and long. It is one of the longest cell in our body, the muscle fiber or muscle cell. It has light and dark bands in it. Myofibril has two contractile proteins, the actin and myosin. Yes, we know that our body is entire the body is made up of proteins. So muscle fibril has two contractile proteins. They are actin and myosin. First, I will explain here dark and light. See here, this is the light color. It is in light color and thin also. Here it is dark color and thick. This is myofibril. Entire this long structure is a myofibril. This myofibril consisting of two kinds of proteins. Those proteins are called as contractile proteins. Those are actin and myosin. Yes, the light band contains actin and called as I band or isotropic. See here, this is the light band. It is actin protein. See here, blue lines. These blue lines are actin proteins or actin filaments. All the actin filaments here form the light band. In between, there is a zigzag line is there, that is called as Z disc. This light color portion is called as I band. Why do we call it as I band? Because it is isotropic band. It is isotropic. What is the meaning of the isotropic? This substance or this part exhibit same kind of property in all directions. That is called isotropic. This is thin band. It is very thin. You can find thin filaments here when compared to the red color. So this is about the isotropic band, I band. Next, the dark band contains myosin and called as A band or anisotropic band. Yes, here, see here, it is the A band. It is in dark color. Why? Due to the thickness of this filament, and then this filament. Which filament? Already I told you this is the actin filament. This is thick, this is thin, and this is thick. Both of them overlapped and give the dark color and gives the dark color. It is called A band. Why do we call it as A band? Because it is anisotropic. Anisotropic. Isotropic means, already I told you, anisotropic means the portion or the substance exhibit the properties, different properties in different directions. That is called anisotropic band. It is a thick band. Next, here see, it is the light band. It is the dark band. This is the light band, this is the dark band. That's why we call it as a striated muscle. Yes, once again, here, this is the myofibril.
Madam, conclude.
Oh, the eye band. Okay. In next video, I will tell you about this myofibril. Okay, thank you.